This episode of the Meeple Minded podcast, much like many others recently, suffered from audio issues throughout. We apologize for any weird cuts, etc., and hope you can enjoy what was saved.
On this week's Meeple Minded podcast, Ant-Man remembers what day it is.
It's Wednesday!
Counting dots, finding Nemo, and old comics for the games we played. And we talk about 5 games that make their mechanics work well.
What is up, guys, and welcome to the Meeple Minded podcast, the podcast where we talk all things tabletop gaming. My name is Jason.
I'm James. And I'm Ant.
How are you doing this week, guys?
All good.
All
Good.
All good.
I'm here. I'm here on the right day.
You're here. James, what day is it?
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. We tried to.
It's Wednesday.
We did try and throw him off by bringing it forward by a day.
We did.
But he managed to remember.
Managed to do it this time.
Or is it because we said we were recording on a Thursday and he thinks that this is Thursday?
Yeah. Either that or you fooled him by saying we were actually gaming this evening.
Either way, I'm here.
To be
Hey!
fair, I did say we were going to game this evening.
Yes.
So,
You
yeah.
lured him here under false
Lured him in.
pretenses.
Didn't you say that last time, though? Maybe not. I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't know. I always say we'll game afterwards, but then we natter for so long, and it's like, oh, hang on a minute, it's 10 o'clock at night. Oh, whoops.
Whoops.
And then yeah, we don't. But yes, how have you both been, James? How have you been?
Oh, yeah.
Week.
Usual.
You had to run club this week.
I did.
'Cause-
Well, I had to close it down. I didn't have to run it.
We did, well, yeah. I mean, I left about halfway through.
Yeah,
to be
but
fair.
most of the stuff is done by then. It's just...
It's very true.
I mean, to be fair, for once, they were all out very... I think we were out by 10:30.
Yeah. I mean, that seems to be a pretty common thing now, which is nice. But yeah, thank you very much for running that. I obviously have my son this week.
Yep.
So I'm weirdly refreshed, despite the fact I didn't sleep at all last night. So I've had probably 3 or 4 too many energy drinks today, but it is what it is. But yeah, Ant, what about you? How have you been?
I've been all right. I haven't been working, hence why I remember what day it was. So
Fair
yeah.
enough.
So not working, playing games, remembering days.
You have
I've been
been
good.
playing some games, haven't you? Yes. I noticed that you attended a new venue.
I did.
This
A new venue for possibly where we might be recording for my podcast,
week.
but not official just yet.
Ah, very nice, very nice. Yeah, I mean, we've been playing some games, right?
We have?
Have we all been playing games?
Yes.
James, you have.
Yes.
Wow.
I can't remember what games, but we have been playing them.
Well, it's. I'll give you a chance and not make you go first. I'll let you get your PG stats up. Ant, would you like to go first this week as a games you've been playing?
Yes, so we went back to a golden oldie, Age of Comics.
We did. We did. Oh, it was so good to play that.
We did. It was. I hadn't played that for a long time. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was maybe 2 years ago the last time I played
It
that,
was a hell of a long time.
and we played that at the club. So that was nice to get back to and try and remember half the rules and stuff as well. Halfway through playing the game, I was like, oh, actually, you can do that as well. So that was one. But I think the game for me that night was the one that we've got from Oliver. Feathers game.
Yeah, so Fetching Feathers.
Fetching Feathers, that was it.
Feathers, which is an unfringed game of Chris Briscott. But Oliver at Tabletop Games blog sent that over to us so we could have a look.
Give it a go.
Yeah.
Very good game. Very
Enjoyed
good.
it, did you?
I did, actually. I actually did.
Nice.
Once I got round to the rules, because I was like, we can only do this for so many birds, but then you were like, oh, actually, you can have more hives and more birds and stuff. So, okay, that was a game changer. I can actually do more things now.
Yep,
So,
yep. I've played that so much recently, mainly because I am hoping to do some actual content on that. But yeah, it's a really, really fun game. It's for anyone who's played like Zuli or Moving Wild, it is sort of like the next step up. But yeah, very good shout on that one. James, what have you been playing?
Well, the only games we've actually played was that game, right? So I will list the other game that we haven't mentioned yet, which was Tetris with cards. Almost.
Yeah, or dominoes. I'd probably
Yeah,
go
or
closest to
dominoes.
Yeah.
With the numbers and the shapes.
Hips.
But yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so yeah, I
It's a
guess-
sprawling card game, isn't it? Sort of, you start with that center card,
Yeah,
and you have to kind of like build out, but you can only put on the same shape with the same.
yeah.
amount of
You
number
kind of want to
pips.
cover other people's like
Yeah.
pips and colors, don't you?
Yeah, because it's whatever's showing at the end is how much. So if you've got a 4 on a card, you'll score 4 points.
Yeah.
So yeah, you want to cover other people's pips.
Yeah. And that is it, really, isn't it? There's
Yes.
not really much to it.
Well,
a
it's-
very
it-
quick game.
It is, but it's very tactical placement, isn't it? Because you can only cover effectively one card, and that's the
Yeah.
card where you're covering the pips.
Yeah. And the other thing is that I guess it makes it sound a bit easy, doesn't it? Because it sounds like you've got access to your full deck, but you don't. You
Yeah.
only have access to the top and the bottom of your deck.
Yes. Well, I like that mechanic. That sort of, well, you can see what's on the top and you can see what's on the bottom, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's how many times are you sitting there going, there's a really good card there and I don't want to place it. So I'm effectively blind drawing because I don't want to place that high scoring card.
Yep. No, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's a really good game. And you've played Tacta, haven't you?
I have,
Played it
yeah.
the same night.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you were there. Yeah, same night. You just said that, James. Shows how much I listen to you.
Yeah. Thanks.
But yeah, are you a fan of
I do. I even own it as well now. So
You bought it?
I do as well,
Oh,
yeah.
my God.
I do own it. My family's played it. We've played it on a few family nights and we love it. It goes up to a lot of players as well. So yeah, it's a.
Is this what, 6 or 8 players?
I think it's 6.
players?
But like you said, it's just a simple game. Place the card onto someone's space or pips and try and not get yours covered up.
Yep.
Simple.
Nice. Okay, cool. So I've got to pick a random one that I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about a game called Shallow Sea. James, this is one that we played at the Gatwick Gamers a couple of weeks back because I haven't played as much. I've played Fetching Feathers and Tacta and Age of Comics so much recently. First impressions of it is the production is absolutely stellar. Like the little we can't call them meeples, but you know the animal fish meeple things that you're placing on your board. So the idea, from what I remember, because this was a good few weeks ago now, you are taking a coral tile and placing it within your personal coral, building out a coral.
Yep.
And depending on where you take the tile from, you also have to take the fish that's there as well, which then gets placed around your board. And as you surround a coral with the correct color fish, because they're all color coded, you then get to flip that coral as complete, and then one of the fish have to jump on the coral, and that's how it's going to score at the end of the game. And it's got like a nice sort of set collection side to it as well, because if you can, there's extra tiles that score more if you surround them. There's ones that if you get certain coral in a line, it will score more.
I think they come from the animals, don't they? That are like, or
Something like that,
big mammals that are around your coral cards, and it will say get three red in a row or something with blue fish on them, and you'll score 20 points or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, lots of basic scoring and lots of ways to multiply that basic scoring into big gains, basically.
Yeah, and I just found it was quite a nice, simple game to play.
It's another one of those.
Quite thinky.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's another one of those that falls into the surprisingly thinky category.
Yes. Yeah.
For something that's on the surface very simple.
Yeah, and again, I'd say the game very, very lightweight, very, very fun, interesting theme. Like I've seen games about coral before, but that one, I don't know, it just kind of had something different. And it was really enjoyable, very, very fun. I genuinely want to play it again, but I'd never heard of it before we played it. And I believe it's a brand new game this year that's not long finished on or delivered from crowdfunding. So maybe this is a game we'll start seeing in retail soon. Whether the retail version will be as good, who knows, because this was a deluxe version. But yeah, it was Shallow Sea. I apologize, I don't know the name of the publisher. But yeah, Shallow Sea, that's the game I've been playing recently. Shall we move on to our main event for today? Because I think it's going to take us a little while, because there is 3 of us and we're going to be talking about a top 5. Okay, guys, so it is time for our top 5. And for this one, we have decided that we are going to do, I guess, the best way to say this is 5 games that make their mechanics work well within the game. Or we're picking a game and then a mechanic from that game that we like and explaining why we like it from that game. Does that sound about right? Does that sound
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
what we've sort of settled on?
I hope so, because that's how I've built my list.
Excellent stuff.
Do we say what the mechanic is, like the subject of it? Like if
I
it's
probably would.
okay, that's fine.
You know, I've got a rough idea of how I want to do it. I've sort of given myself some bullet points and some notes that I can read.
Cool.
Sounds
Sounds like Jason's going first.
because we all know what my memory is like, so it's pretty bad. But yeah, if you would like me to go first, I will.
Yes,
go
please.
First on.
Yep.
Okay, so my number 5 is the game Planet Unknown, but everyone's probably expecting me to say about the
Simultaneous.
the simultaneous play, but I'm not going to say that. I'm actually going to talk about the tile placement.
Ooh,
Aspect.
okay.
Now, this one is a bit of a cheat because I am going to mention that simultaneous play as well. So I guess you could
You can
stick
put
that in
2 in 1.
as well. Bit of 2-in-1 action here. Because yeah, at first glance, Planet Unknown is it's like every other tile placement game, right? There's not stupid amount that goes for it, but to be honest, when you start factoring in that sort of simultaneous play and selection thing you do with the Lazy Susan, it just changes the game in a major way, in my opinion. Every decision within that game feels like it's a meaningful one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because occasionally you'll get like a tile placement game where it's like, oh yeah, well it doesn't really matter. I'm going on what shape the tile is. Whereas in Planet Unknown, you've got that extra level of, well, I kind of want that shape, but I don't really want to take it because it's going to give me the wrong type of habit.
Yeah.
Or, I forget what they call it, but the wrong base type.
Mhm.
I wanted a water one, and this is a military one, or whatever it is. So there is that extra decision level that you have to make within the game. So I really like that. I think that works nicely with its tile placement as well. You've got that sort of shared turn structure that we were sort of alluding to,
Yep.
the simultaneous thing where, okay, it's my turn. I get to move the Lazy Susan so that I get the piece that I want.
Mm.
But because everyone has to select at the same time, you've got that sort of unpredictable nature of the game as well. So it's not as easy as just a normal tile placement where you're, okay, I'm drafting a tile from the center because that's the one I want. In this one, it's like, yeah, I want this one, but I've given James an ultimatum with basically the one section of the board that he didn't want.
Yeah. Or conversely, I really want that tile, but if I take that tile, it will give Ant the tile that he wants, and I don't want Ant to have the tile that he wants.
Yeah. Which I actually find is an interesting thing, because I find when I play Planet Unknown, it's one of the few games that I sort of have a rough idea of what people are looking at, but I'm not paying that much attention to it, because I find the game is far more of a personal puzzle that I'm trying to figure out. And it's we've said it quite a few times. Polyomino games, tend to be quite switched on, and I nearly always manage to get the puzzle perfect.
That's James's word.
James does love the word poly.
I do like the word polyomino.
Will we see it in this list again? Who knows? But for me, it's much more of a personal puzzle, but it is somewhat interconnected through that central space station Lazy Susan thing. And yeah, as I said earlier, I think the extra depth of what those tiles represent is what really makes the theme of that game stand true. It's the tile placement that makes that game work. Because you can imagine, when you're terraforming a new planet for habitation, things are going to, a lot of the time, I can imagine it'll be built on Earth, it'll be shoved on a space station, it'll shoot up there, and then it'll be basically hoisted into place. And that's what I get from the tile placement, right?
Yeah.
That's how I feel. It's like I am the crane that's lifting it into place, and as I stick it down, it sort of goes and then that's it. It's all connected
Mhm.
and pressurized. So for me, the theme side of it comes through with that tile placement, which means to me it's not just another tile placement game. You know, it adds that level.
Yeah.
It makes it a special tile placement game. So yeah, I've given myself a little blurb there. So in short, Planet Unknown succeeds because its tile placement isn't just about filling gaps. It's about balancing competing needs, acting in harmony with others, and building something that it feels alive by the end of the game, which is a very poncy way of saying I built something that's sustaining life
Yeah.
on a planet that shouldn't sustain life. So yeah, for me, tile placement, Planet Unknown, it was worthy of a mention. I really enjoy how it makes me feel within that game. Even though that if I boiled it down, I know it's just tile placement. I know there's 400 million different tile placement games, but this
one's a standout
just
though.
feels that little bit better. It
Yeah.
feels that really well done, and I love it.
Yeah, same. It's another one we need to get back to the table, and we have the Super Moon expansion, so we should be doing that at some point soon.
Indeed, we should. But yeah, there you go. That's my number 5 is Planet Unknown. And it's filling in for tile placement.
You got 2 in 1 on that one, so not
I
bad.
did. I cheated just a little bit.
Just a touch.
Just a touch. I promise I won't think about doing it again.
No, we'll let you have it. It's fine.
But yes, who wants to go next?
Go on, James.
I'll go next then. So my number 5 is Smartphone Inc.'s tablet mechanic.
Ooh, nice. Good shout.
Very good shout.
Because it's like a little mini game within a game.
Yeah,
Having to
absolutely.
like behind the screen. One is very thematic because you know all modern tech CEOs are always depicted standing there with their iPad or whatever, you know, because that seems to be their accessory to hand in all films. They've always got an iPad in hand, which is very thematic. But that it is almost again tile placement, isn't it? Where you've got to maximize the actions that you're going to take effectively.
Yeah.
So it's like a mini game within a game.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what mechanic you would say that really is. Like it
At
is
its
something
core,
special, isn't it?
Bony Onimo?
It is a form of tile placement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
absolutely.
You have rules about how you can place down on the tablet,
Yeah.
but it's tied into once it's placed, those are the actions or areas that you're going to be able to affect.
Yeah. I guess it's kind of like an action management
Yeah.
implement, isn't it, as well? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a good shout, that one.
So yeah,
He's
and
a very
it's
good shout. I completely forgot about that as well.
I don't think I've played too many games. There's lots of games that I've played that have a form of action management, but not one like that.
No.
And the fact that it's hidden as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it just adds that extra level to it, doesn't it? Because you've got that sort of in theory, that is another version of simultaneous play.
Yes.
Isn't it? Because you're all doing that at the same time, and
Yeah.
then the reveal is a simultaneous reveal,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and only then does it then go into a
Yeah.
different
And it's
way of playing.
another one of those games, as you mentioned with Planet Unknown, where I have an idea of what other people are doing, but it's because of that hidden placement, it's very hard to sort of counter move. It's like I can guess at what you're going to do, but it's also very easy to throw your opponents off because they can't see what actions you're going to
Yeah.
take until you resolve them.
Mm.
And it's generally resolved at the same time.
Yes. Yeah. No, that is a very, very good shout. I do have a question though, because obviously smartphone came around before we got all those, Samsung Z folding
Yep.
things.
Yep.
2 tablets. Suddenly we get the Galaxy folding tablets. I believe they've just announced the 3-fold tablet thing.
Hold.
Yeah.
So are we going to get a new version of smartphone?
Yeah, yeah,
Get a third tablet.
Can we have an expansion, please?
Yeah, true.
I want that third tablet.
Damn right.
It'd be an unlock though at the bottom. You have
Yeah.
to develop it first.
That would. I'll be all right with that. I would be all
Or
right.
a
with
second printing of smartphone with all the added stuff. Yeah, it'd be pretty good.
It'd be brilliant. But that's a really good shout on that one. And what do you think about that?
Like I said, I love that game. It's another one we need to get to the table. I completely forgot about it because that is my favorite part of that game as well.
It is.
So that is a great shout from James. I'm not going to lie. Very good shout.
Damn it! If only I'd looked at my collection when I was writing a list. Yeah, that's a really good one there, James. Well done. Anthony, sir, what is your number 5?
I don't think mine's ever going to top yours, guys. So let's go straight. So my number 5 is going to be on the bidding side of board games.
Okay.
You both know I love a bidding game.
Yeah.
I have multiple bidding games myself, but I'm going to go for the one I've been playing a little bit recently, which is the Cyclades Deluxe Edition.
Oh, no, I haven't played this.
So one of the reasons why I picked it, because I didn't know it was a bidding game to start with. But if anyone doesn't know what Cyclades is, you are a group of people that are wanting to take over parts of land, and the aim of the game is to build free monuments. So you have to try and conquer other people's islands with your battleships or your soldiers, your heroes, or your creatures that you can use. But in order to do that, you have to use a bidding mechanic on certain gods to do certain things. So Poseidon will move my ships and Ares will move my soldiers and stuff like that. But the bidding side of it is fantastic because you only have so many gods per player. So if there's 3 of us, there's only 2 gods, and then there's a spare one. So taking turns one by one bidding on certain things. So James wants to move his ships. He bids 2. I might bid 3. That means James has to come off the Poseidon one because I bid higher than him and then go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then if you outbid him on that one, he can go back to Poseidon and try and outbid me. But if he doesn't, he goes to the bottom god. That does, I think you just earn money or something like that. But I just love the beauty and simplicity of it because sometimes going first in bidding makes a difference. With this game, it doesn't. Something like Furnace, for example, you have counters 1, 2, and 3. If you bid a counter 3 on something in Furnace, you've won it straight away. It seems a bit pointless. But with this one, I just love the to and fro of it because, of course, you only have so much money and stuff as what you can bid on for gods. But I just love how every god is different. So once you've done that bidding phase, you take those gods away, you add new gods that do something else completely different. So your planning is like, right, I want to move these guys, but now none of these gods do that. I have to try and do something else now. It's just great every round it does that, and it's fantastic. It's a great way of bidding.
So it sounds to me as well, like, because you said, too many bidding games that I've played where it is that sort of thing where there is like a maximum bid, like you said in your example. So if you bid a 3, then you've won. Sounds like a true bidding game where it's like your limit is the amount of money you've got.
Exactly.
And you can go around and knock people off until you run out of money to bid with.
Absolutely.
Like a true bidding game.
Yeah, because you have like those little player blinds where all your money's hidden behind. So no one really knows how much money you do have. And you don't lose money if you lose a bid or anything like that at all. But yeah, it's just like with something like Ra, you're limited to what your counters are and stuff, but you still could go higher if you really wanted to. But like James says, I've only got 5 money. I don't really want to use it because I might need that next round. So you really got to think about it. And do I just go, you know what, let them have it and I'll just earn money and stuff.
Yeah.
Very cool mechanic.
Like you said, or like I said, it's a proper, almost like auction type. An auction doesn't end until someone basically goes, I can't go I can't physically go any higher, or I want to back out instead of an automatic, I've won.
That's it, exactly.
Which always is a bit of a downer on me for bidding games. There's basically you can't. I've played this token, so no one can beat it, despite the fact that they could.
Yeah.
So that sounds interesting.
Honestly, it is.
Yeah.
And I'd like you guys to give it a go because I think you would like that interesting aspect to bidding. It is very different to a degree, but it is obviously still typical bidding as normal. But I just love how the differences are that it can be done if you wanted to, and you knock that other player off, and then they just might say, do you know what, sod it. I'll just earn some money. No, honestly, it's great bidding mechanic for that specific game in total.
Excellent.
I'm sold.
Yeah. I mean, I've wanted to play that for a little while anyway.
Yeah.
Especially since you got it.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah,
Let's do
we
it.
need to get it to the table.
Yep.
But yeah, very interesting. Very good choices on our number 5s. Shall we move on to our number 4s?
Go to number 4.
Let's go.
4.
So moving on to my number 4, and this one will actually explain why I put Planet Unknown in that sort of number 5 tile placement thing, because I'm coming in with heat, pedal to the metal, with the simultaneous play
Okay.
/
Right.
reveal.
Reveal. Okay.
Okay, so obviously with regards to Heat, it is a racing game, and you know, racing games really kind of always face one major problem, and that is they very, 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 very rarely feel like a racing game. They're always, because of the way that games inherently work, you know, you're only getting one person doing something at a time. It just feels like the pace just isn't there, which doesn't replicate that sort of fuel guzzling driving along at 200 miles an hour.
Yep.
It's more like 20 miles an hour and stop. Wait here for 10 minutes and
Yep.
20 miles an hour and stop. You know, it's very stop start. You just feel like, oh no, the adrenaline's gone. You know, and that's how a lot of racing games are. Heat Pedal to the Metal somewhat deals with that. It's not perfect. Don't get me wrong. It's not perfect. But because in Heat, you're sort of choosing what cards you're going to play, and you're all sort of doing it at the same time, and then you're placing it down, and then it's only ever revealed all at the same time once everyone is finished.
Yep.
You know, you've sort of got that whole, I guess it puts me more in the mind of a racing car driver, because in other racing games, because we're going around the table, I can watch what James is doing. Okay, he's done that. Right. I can now do this because he's done that. That's not very realistic, because as a racing driver, you've got a rough idea of what the other driver might do, but you do not know what he's going to do.
Yep. 100%.
And I should not be able to do something as a reaction that's going to better my move because you've played ahead of me.
Yeah.
So that simultaneous
Play.
action and decision
Has to be done.
Yes.
has to be done, because it,
Well, yeah,
it
'cause-
stops that.
I mean, I would say any racing game has to be simultaneous play, because that's how you don't take turns in a race.
No.
I mean, granted, I know once when you've all done that simultaneous play and reveal, then it's resolved, one at a time, and that is kind of part and parcel. It has to be,
Yeah.
because of how certain other mechanisms work within the game and the catch-up mechanisms and stuff. But that to me just makes me feel a little bit closer to the theme
Yeah.
of the game of being a race car driver.
Do you know, he almost made it into my list. It was going to go down as one of my honorable mentions. We'll just do it here for, as you said, it's simultaneous play. It's number of cards you play, depending on what gear you're in.
Yep.
Very thematic. But the one that was going to make it in for me was technically it's an add-on, but it's car building mechanic.
Yeah.
That's a mechanic that I love.
Yeah, and I, when it comes to simultaneous play and things like that, if I was picking my sort of favorite mechanics of all time, simultaneous play is going to be really high up there, because one of the other benefits of simultaneous play is, of course, it speeds up the gameplay.
Yes.
Less downtime. That's an absolute massive tick for me. Because of the simultaneous play, as I was talking about earlier, it has to balance strategy and theme as well. Again, giving myself a little summary. In short, the simultaneous play mechanic in Heat doesn't just streamline the game, which is one of its biggest ticks for me. It amplifies the theme. It makes players feel like the racers that they are trying to be, that they're trying to replicate, and it does replicate being locked in the competition of race so well. That's why it has to be in there for me. It's got some of the biggest major ticks I have when it comes to looking at games and how much I enjoy games, with the speed of play, the downtime, the theme immersion. It all gets it, and it's all because of that one little simultaneous play section at the start of each round. And that's what made Heat such an epic game for me, and the only race game that I still own. So there you go.
Yeah,
Heat
very good
Pedal
shout,
to
mate.
the Metal with simultaneous play.
Yeah.
Would have been a completely different game if it wasn't.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Good choice.
I've already forgotten who's supposed to go next.
James is next.
It is James next. There we go. Over to you, James.
So my number 4 is technically an expansion.
Ooh, is this
Judges,
allowed?
are we allowing
Is
it?
this allowed?
Let's see what the expansion is
Vote
first.
now.
I think you'll let
Comment below, let us know.
He got it in there. Go for it, James. I think
So,
I know what it is.
My number 4 is Flashpoint Fire and Rescue, specifically the tragic events,
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
because of the events and fire updated fire spreading mechanic,
Okay.
which transforms the game.
So I guess the deck, call it an event deck.
Yeah.
You know, it is an event deck ultimately.
Yes, but it changes the very mechanic of the way the fire spreads
does,
from the base game, and that is the mechanic, because it now actually feels like you're in a burning building that could come down at any point.
Yeah.
Because that was my biggest complaint with the base game, was it's too easy because of the hotspot mechanic in the base game.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's like, I don't view this as an expansion. I view this as a fix.
Yeah. It was a necessity, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that purely puts it in there. It's a mechanic, and it works so well because now you feel panicked.
Yes. Yeah.
So I've only played the original. What does it? Should have this been in the original then? This mechanic, or is
So
it something they've fixed with it?
You've only
Or
played Flashpoint with me, haven't you?
yeah,
Which
just
means you've only played with the Tragic expansion. You've never.
oh, so that was with that, was it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
The original one, there's like a hotspot mechanic, which sort of is like. It's thematically, I would say the hotspot mechanic is better because it's like, oh, this area's been on fire, and the area's been put out, so it's permanently damaged, right?
Yeah. It's
From what I remember, it reignites a lot quicker.
yeah,
but
it's supposed to deal with basically flare-ups. Like, you've put the fire out, but it could come back. But you get that in the tragic events.
You do, yeah.
And it just does it better, basically, because it's hard. I actually found it was harder in the base game for basically the fires to reignite.
Okay.
Whereas if you didn't, with tragic events, if you don't keep on top of it, it's going to reignite.
Yeah. Yeah, so you tend to, the fire spreads a lot more with the tragic events expansion, which is what you want a game of,
Yeah.
If
you don't keep the fire under control, it spreads uncontrollably.
Yeah.
You could say the fire rages.
Yes.
So yeah, no, that's actually a really good shout. I'd not really thought of that personally, and I really should have done, because it is one of the things I've raved about for years, that it is one of the few mechanics introduced into a game that drastically
Alters the
changes
game.
the game. So really, it should have. I should have thought about it, and I should have given it that mention. But it is a great mechanic. I'm interested to see, because there's a new version of Flashpoint coming soon, which is actually to replace the original.
Ooh.
And apparently there's a new fire thing coming in that as well. So I'm very interested to see what they do.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Very good choice. You're really testing my mind today, James, because that's two for two that I should have remembered.
He's on a roll, folks.
He's on a roll.
Yep.
But anything else you want to say about it?
No, I'm ready for answer number 4.
Anthony, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
My number 4 is going to be based on hand management.
Okay.
I'm going to pick Last Light by Grey Fox Games.
Oh yes.
James
hasn't played.
I've not played this one.
hasn't played it yet,
Great
but it literally is. If no one knows what hand management is, it's basically cards that determine your actions and what you can do in a game. In Last Light, you are basically trying to find 20 lights out in the stars, out in the galaxy. You have 6 cards in your hand. Each one does one thing, which could be move your ships, attack with ships, build ships, get resources, and refresh, I believe, is the other one. Or get tech, isn't it? And then refresh. So you play these cards and you do these things simultaneously. But then when you run out of cards or think you want to use your cards again, you have to put the refresh card down. And when you put the refresh card down, you take your cards back, but the refresh card stays there. Okay? And then if all the other players have done that, that's when the real part of meat and bone this mechanic kicks in. Because the board is circular, it moves the galaxy. So your ships can be one end, and once everyone has refreshed their cards, it moves 45 degrees?
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. 2 layers move 45 degrees. So from now, my ships could be in James's sector of the galaxy, and now I'm going to have to start rethinking my moves, because he can just start attacking me or going for a planet that I was mining. He can now take my planet and then start mining his own stuff. Such genius how it's just with 6 cards, and it's quick, it's easy, it's done simultaneously. okay, it's not tile lane, it's miniature moving and stuff, but you've got all the planets and stuff and everything. It just pops to you. Then it's a gorgeous looking game, but so quick, and it looks intimidating as hell, doesn't it? But it's so easy to play.
It blends the resource like resource gathering and management side of it as well.
Yeah,
Obviously
absolutely.
you have to
Yeah,
spend resources to
make
certain
ships and stuff.
things.
Yeah,
Unless you end up with a broken faction like me, where you you somehow
that was your race, your alien race,
yeah,
wasn't it?
You somehow managed to like have hyperspace in turn 2 and get to the center where you basically
And you're in double the amount, isn't it? Crazy. But yeah, again, that was just sheer luck of your alien race. Again, it's different every time, but just the fact that you only have those 6 cards to do everything in the game, and that's it. But then when you refresh, make sure no one else refreshes, because that board will turn and you might get screwed over.
Side of it, because you don't get those cards back until you refresh.
Exactly.
You don't want to refresh because it wastes an action.
Exactly.
So it's like, I kind of want that now. I want to harvest the resources while I'm here, but at the same time, I want to move because I can see the ant is going to go there, and I want that.
So do I refresh or not? It's just
I refresh now and hope that he refreshes next turn, which then allows me to get in there before he
exactly.
does. And yeah, it's
you have to
that's
plan
the
it
management
so
side
well.
of it.
This sounds like a game again that I want to play.
Oh, dude, you'll love it.
Amazing.
Honestly,
The
so
production
good.
of that game is so good as well. Very, very good game. Really, really fun. In fact, do you know what? That needs to accelerate up the top of the list because we haven't played it for a while,
No, yeah,
and I want to play it.
yeah. We're getting James into it as well. So
Yeah.
And yeah, I've been saying since it was first announced, a good few years ago, that this is the kind of game that James would love. And yeah, like I said, visually, it's probably one of the most stunning games you can see on a table.
and it plays so quickly.
Says a lot actually with some of the games that are around now.
Yeah.
So yeah, very.
I'm very intrigued
Very
by this game
intrigued,
now.
Honestly,
Very
next time definitely.
nice.
Do you own it?
I do. So yeah, my number 4 is hand management with Last Light.
Very nice. Okay, so going on to our number 3s, and I'm coming in with another one of my favorite mechanisms of all time. It's a mechanism that I am utterly terrible at, and proof as to why I don't gamble, and that is a push your luck mechanism. And Ant's going to be very happy with this one because it's also a bidding game. It's Ra.
Nice, and I mentioned it earlier. So yeah,
You did mention it earlier, and I was biting my tongue.
it was. I'm not gonna lie, very close to being number 5, but then I changed it particularly just because it was a different type of bidding side to it. But go for it, sir. I love Ra.
So we could talk about the bidding side of Ra. It is, at its core, it is a bidding
Yeah,
game.
the
right?
best bidding game ever.
But it's the push your luck mechanism here that I really, really enjoy.
Yes.
Because I don't know. I want to say it's different. But when I really think about it, it's not all that different because it's been a while since I played it. But what always sticks in my mind is with the push your luck side of things. It's which action is it that becomes push your luck? Because you've got the push your luck element of taking stuff, but you kind of want to push it so that you get more.
For me, the push your luck part is bidding on with the sundial itself, because if you bid a 5 and I bid 13, then that 13 gets into the bid for next one. So you could take that high pressure, that high valued sundial for the next round. So that's the part I hate. I love bidding in the game, but I hate bidding so high because I know for a fact, James can take that for round 3 or whatever it is.
As we said, it is a bidding game, but the bidding itself is a push your luck element.
Plus, you've also
Like
got
you said,
Ra.
it's like, I really want that, but I don't want to spend this basically almost guaranteed tile to get it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know what these. I can see that James has got something there that he could beat me, but I don't think he's going to want it. But do I push it? And
that's the thing, is like, because your turn, it's either take a tile, invoke Ra to start a bid, or the fact that there's a Ra dial that every time something comes up, it moves, and if no one bids by then, it all goes away.
which, of course,
So
is the next
Exactly.
level of push your luck,
Yeah.
because it's like I can see that the Ra is getting very, very close, and there's a high chance that it could come out this turn. but I don't really want to do that particular thing yet
Mm.
because I really, really want this.
Yeah.
Or I want to do this, but I also can't risk pushing it too much because if it does come up, that's my entire strategy
Yeah.
gone.
And-
And that's the thing is you can strategize in this game, but the push your luck element will overrule that in a
A
heartbeat.
heartbeat, yeah. And the fact that I need that one tile to score all 5 of my tiles here is like, do I bid on this now? Or someone's just going to take it anyway off of me anyway. So,
And we talk about push your luck.
Frustrating game, but it's so
we've been
good.
playing a lot of Flip 7 recently, which is push your luck and at its core. That's all it does.
Yeah.
But it's a different kind of push your luck.
Hmm.
You know, in that game, it's like, well, go on then, why not? Oh, go on then, why not?
It's blackjack.
It's blackjack.
Yeah.
Whereas in Ra, you're given that tough timing decision, which makes the push your luck 3 levels better.
yeah.
It makes the game.
Mhm.
If it was just a bidding game, it's not a bad game. It's a very good bidding game. But I think it's an amazing. Do I say it? Is it made the best bidding game because of that push your luck element? Because
Yes.
I think the answer to that is yes. If those two mechanics weren't working perfectly together in harmony,
Then it's just another bidding game.
it's just another bidding game.
Yeah.
So Ra is such an amazing bidding game because of its push your luck element. That's why I had to make my list.
Yeah.
As
Very
a
good
push
shout.
your luck game rather than a bidding game.
Yeah.
But it's again cheating a little bit. Stick the bidding thing in there.
No, it's
But
fine.
together they make one of the best games in history
The world.
in the world. Ra.
Very good,
Good
shout,
choice.
mate.
Good
Very
choice.
Like I said, it was going to be in mine, but I took it out last minute. Very good choice.
Very nice. Jammers, what is your name?
My number 3, Ant already knows this one because I gave it to him as an example, is Distilled's washback system.
Ooh, okay, very nice.
Again, another 3 for 3 for James on this one. Such a great.
Yeah.
Again, did not even think of it, and I love this game. So sorry, James, go for it.
The way, obviously, the objective in Distilled is you're a drinks maker, and you are making drinks. And not only is it right in its theme of a distillery, but just the way that it is almost a gambling mechanic, isn't it? Because you have to put all your ingredients in, you shuffle your cards, and then it's the top and bottom card you remove.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And obviously, and then you reveal effectively your hand. And if you are missing ingredients, you didn't make your drink.
Yeah. So it is like a variation on like a hand management thing,
Yeah.
right? But sticking to the theme of what you're doing, when you make a real drink,
Yeah.
you lose the bottom part of the barrel,
Yep.
and you lose the top.
Yep.
The drink that you, me, and everyone drinks is that center bit. So taking that theme and adding it to the hand management side of things, it just makes it work.
Yep. So
Genius.
you might have been trying to like brew a nice whiskey, but you pull the wrong ingredient
That's what
out,
you're making firewater.
and you made firewater or vodka.
Moonshine. Moonshine, not firewater.
Yeah. Or
So
vodka.
another way of saying it anyway.
Yeah. I love that mechanic because it's like it's very thematic. It's an element of gambling because you might overstuff it to give you better chance of not pulling out your key ingredient.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a really good mechanic that is so in tune with its theme.
100%. And the thing is that it's that very mechanic is the reason why I bought that game. It was demoed or premiered 2 years ago in Expo, and I bought it, didn't I? Then we played it, and you bought it in the end.
Yeah.
But when they demoed that specific mechanic, I was just sold then, and I didn't even ask for the rest of the game or anything like that at all. I bought it, and like I said, the rest is history. It's one of your favorite games of all time.
100%.
And
Yeah.
that's very mechanic.
It's up there as one of mine.
I'm very
love
surprised it
that
wasn't
game.
higher. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that'd be 1 or 2 for you. But yeah, but I'm interested
Does
now.
make you think.
Very
It makes
interested.
you think what 1 and 2 are going to be. doesn't It It does. But yeah, anything else you want to add for Distilled and the washback system?
No, that was a nice, short, sharp one.
Very nice. Anthony,
Like your drink, mate. Short and sharp.
Boys. what would you like to say for your, what are we on, number 3?
Number 3. So mine is going to be on the deck building side
Okay.
of a mechanic here. My favorite mechanic in a deck building game is from Alien Encounters. very much like the rest of the other legendary encounters stuff. You have a deck that will go across certain sections of the mats. In the Alien version, the Hive deck, as it's called, is covered.
Yeah.
It's never revealed.
Yeah.
And this is what I love about this game, because not only is this game hard as balls anyway,
Oh, it is.
the fact that these cards are hidden so you don't know what's underneath. And 8 times out of 10, it's bad.
Yeah.
But it's the theme, because obviously it's Alien, it goes with the theme of like what's underneath there. Is it going to impregnate me? Is it going to kill me? Whatever it is. Do I spend a turn to gear up, buy stuff, and let that other player deal with it? Because it's co-op at the end of the day. We're all a teamwork based on this one. But the fact that I need attack cards to scan, like in the movie with the game. So again, because at the start of the mat, it's higher, so I might need 5 attack to scan it, and as it progresses down, it goes shorter. So I might need 2 attack. But then if it gets to the very end, it's going to attack me or the next player if I don't reveal it or don't deal with it by then. And I just love that. It's just turning a card over.
Yeah.
It's all it is, but it's so effective at what it does. And it's such a great idea. And then when it does flip, you're like, oh, great. Now I'm going to I've got so many turns to get this done. And now now I need to definitely gear up to take it out.
It's
Simple.
a weird one, isn't it? Because I've sort of been sitting here like, what do you call that particular mechanism? Because it's kind of like
It's a hidden countdown.
hidden
Yeah, in a way,
hidden
yeah.
timer, hidden
Yeah.
objectives. Because you are ultimately, that track is searching for objectives.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I mean, I'd sort of go, yeah, it's a hidden objective or a variation of a hidden objective mechanism. But yeah, but at the same time, it is part of the deck builder. Is it part of the deck building experience? Well, not really, because
No, but-
you compare it to Marvel Legendary,
Yep.
which its older sibling. You don't have any of that.
No.
There's no hidden objectives or having to search or anything like that. So it's a very interesting mechanic for the game.
And it stands out for that specific one.
It does.
Because like I
It
said, all
doesn't
the others
work
are never
for
the
any
same.
of the others either.
No, it wouldn't in theory, but it's just interesting how it's just simply, let's turn the cards over and make
Yeah.
it more thematic and more, it's quite chilling in a way, because I'm like, what's going to come at me? Because it's going to be bad half the time. So
it also kind of forces your hand into working more as a team,
yeah,
because it's like, well, Ant has flipped it over and had a look, because I can't remember, it doesn't reveal fully, do it? You just get to look at it.
so you have certain cards where a player can look at it and then it'll go back.
put it
But
back.
unless you've
Yeah.
got the full set of cards, you do have to reveal it so everyone can see. But then you might go, all right, James, I'll reveal it. Do you reckon you've got 3 attack to kill it next time? No, we'll leave it for Jason then or
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
It's just,
So, well, he's looked at it, but the teamwork is then forced upon us because he's now going to tell us
yeah.
basically what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas you might not do that otherwise, and I find that with a lot of co-op games, is you'll get someone who will have a look at something and then not mention it. It's
Yeah.
like, well, hang on a minute. It's a co-op game. We're supposed to be
We're meant to be
working
the team here.
together. Yeah,
What is this, Nemesis?
exactly. I don't care if you lie to me. Well, I do, but
Just tell me what it is.
just tell me what it is.
Oh, yes, but
I need information.
in full theme, it should be a semi-co-op game because one of you could be the company plant.
Well, there is actually a mechanic in that can do that.
Yeah.
So you have agendas, as they call it. So very much like Nemesis, yeah. But as the main set of the game, no, you are working together. But I just love the idea of them being turned over and just. So yeah, my number 3 is Aliens: Legendary Encounters.
Very nice.
Very good pick.
Okay, so moving on to number 2. This type of mechanic was always going to make its way onto my list because I love me a worker placement game. And what better game that shows off worker placement than what I would deem as probably one of the best of all time, which is Raiders of the North Sea. I know everyone was expecting me to say Dynagenics there, weren't they?
I was going to say
You were expecting it.
when you lead it on with best worker placement of all time, I was like, I can feel the knives sharpening on the other side. It's like, oh, this is going to be controversial.
Oh yes, no. Raiders of the North Sea. I've always said it. It is a fantastic
One that
worker
I haven't
placement.
played again.
You haven't played this one, and to be honest, Raiders of the North Sea only really makes it for this one thing that sticks in mind with Raiders, and it with regards to the worker placement aspect, and that is when you place a worker down and you take different workers back.
Okay.
Now
What would you call
that's
that?
interesting to me. I don't even know what that is, but it is a form of.
But it's
of
stand
worker
out from that
placement,
game, right?
Yeah, I've not played any other worker placement games like that, where I'm putting a worker down, but I'm taking away maybe one or two less powerful workers to use on the next turn. And it's kind of, again, it adds to that strategy element of it because you're sort of, it's a Viking themed game. You're going to be going off to sea and fighting things and all that lovely stuff that is in every Viking game. But with that one, it is just sort of like, right, I'm planning ahead. It's forcing me. I've got to plan ahead because I want to do this action now. I need to do this action now. But it's going to give me these two or this one not quite as good worker for the next turn. And I'm like, well, next turn I really need to do that. But I can't do it with this worker, which means I'm going to have to waste another turn to get that worker back or a different worker that can perform this action. So I'm forced to make a lot more strategic choices.
I
within
like
the worker game.
I like that idea of a worker placement where you're not getting the same worker back. You're trading a worker effectively.
You have different levels of worker within that game, and I think that's a really interesting mechanism. I wish more worker placement games would adopt.
Do you know what? That's a mechanic I'm surprised that worker placements don't add in, even if you're not swapping workers, but quote unquote tired workers.
Yes,
where there might be like effectively double-sided. So it's like, I use this worker on this turn, but on my next turn, he's like less powerful. He can't do certain things because he's tired.
Yeah.
And there might be a place on your worker placement board, which is basically rest.
Yeah. And you've got, going back to the Raiders, you've got the player interaction that you always get in worker placement games, right? So it's like, I really, really want that space there. And I swear to God, if Ant goes there,
yeah,
I'm going to have to kill his family dog.
Yeah, limited space boards, which is like the meat and potatoes of worker placement games.
But then at the same time, Ant's clearly going to go there because I can see he needs that particular worker on the next turn, and you're horrible.
SOB.
Yeah.
SOB. The mechanic, as I said, it ties in beautifully to the whole theme of the game, because it's like a Viking village. You've got, as you said, different levels of skill, shall we say. And I've just put down my worker who's highly skilled at doing this, and I've got back, I don't know, his apprentice, who's not quite as good, but he's still better than this child. Things like that. And I think that's really, really nice. It works lovely with its theme. And as I said, it is something I want to see more games adopting. Starship Captains sort of did something similar, where you had the different levels of worker.
Yeah,
That I've not played in ages. That game.
And
they almost had what I was saying, where because when they beam back to the ship, they go into the track.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was like, I've used these workers, so they won't be available next round.
Exactly. Yeah,
but these three are going to come out of the line into my ready area, so they will be available. So
exactly.
Yeah, I kind of wish more worker placements would adopt, because that's kind of like the evolution rather than just I've got 5 workers, which means I've got 5 actions.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's why it got the mention for me, and this is why I've always said Raiders is one of the best worker placement games of all time, because it does something that is above where worker placements as a standard thing will be. We talked about Age of Comics earlier. It's a box standard worker placement game. Your workers do an action.
Yeah.
The space you put them on will determine how strong that action is.
Yeah.
But the workers themselves are just workers.
And I suppose, you've already mentioned it, Dynagenics, which we think is an amazing game, is exactly the same. It's like,
whereas,
a worker's a worker.
Dynagenics, based on Jurassic Park, why have I not got specialists? Why have I not got grunts? Why have I not got different levels of worker? Not everyone working in Jurassic Park is a scientist. It would. So, Raiders of the North Sea, one of the best worker placement games of all time. Fight me on it. I don't care. I can't pinpoint what the mechanism is. I'm just going to say worker placement because it is placing a worker, but it's the returning of less powerful, or I put a worker down and I gain another worker in its place ready for the next turn. You know, it's the different levels of worker. That's what I really like. It makes the game. It's absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much, James. It's over to you.
I'm going to go for my number 2. I suppose I was trying to think what this mechanic is called. So I'm going to call it something and hope that it's correct.
Can he do? Well, I don't know. Can he do 4 for 4?
This beat the steel, Jason.
Yeah.
So it's got to be good.
I'm gonna call it something and hope that I'm using the correct terminology here, and that is Draft and Write Records Tableau Builder. The band making the actual band.
I guess it is kind of a tableau, isn't it? Yeah, because they work together. And,
Yes,
yeah.
but it's the harmony side of it. It's the fact that yes, you can hire a jazz singer and a classical guitarist and a metal drummer, and they'll make music. But if you harmonize them,
Yeah.
and join the lines up correctly, then you will have a better band. But it is just, again, it's another one of those mechanics that just leans into its theme so well.
That is a very good shout. In fact, it's a very, very good shout. Yeah, I'm not sure what mechanic I would call that, but
I wouldn't,
because you're referring to.
it's been a long time since I played it, so it's not really a tableau, is it? Because you don't activate it.
No, you're not necessarily referring to the way they're placed. It's more the harmonies created.
Yeah, by what
By
you've
how
placed
it's
in their
placed, yeah.
slots.
Yeah.
Because you need like a singer. I think it's one singer.
Like 4 band members,
Yeah, four.
some crew.
Yeah, and I like that as well. It is a full touring band crew, so you need like songwriters and that, and you need sound techs and that, and it's like, and they all have to link together to maximize.
Yeah.
And it's just
It's
into
like-
its theme
it's
so
an
well.
evolution of like the roll and write mechanics that we see on many things.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ticking this box, which synergizes with that box that I've already ticked.
Yeah,
It's just done with cards.
with cards.
And,
It is and it isn't a tableau, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
you're still laying them out.
Yeah.
But it's not activated like most tableau builders would be, where it's like, oh, I'm going to activate this and it's going to chain off. It's like, because it's a roll, a draft them, right?
Yeah. Exum, right?
Yeah, because it's an action, right? It's more triggering stuff on your pad.
Yeah.
But I just think it's done so well, and it's another one of those mechanics that really leans into its theme.
Yeah. 100%. Again, I think it was one of my favorite games of
It was your favorite game of 2023.
favorite year of 2023.
Oh, we played the hell out of it when you
we
first
did.
got it.
We did. And I'll be honest, that's another game I've looked at recently on that night that I was going to take games. I went, I'm considering it, but then I was, can't be arsed.
Mats.
Go and get the mat.
Mats.
Same problem. I've got to walk past them. I should have taken it.
Yep.
But yeah, there you go. Draft them right. Very, very,
Yep.
very good choice and an interesting mechanism to choose. So,
Yes.
yeah, nice.
Stop it with this 4 for 4, James. I can't follow yours. I'm not going last again anymore. I promise that. Right.
I'm more wondering if number 1's going to be a clash.
It's possible.
Interesting.
It's possible. I'm amazed we haven't had any clashes just yet, but let's go for it.
My number 2 is kind of a duo like you've done.
Okay. Well, I've got to accept it. I've done it twice.
So mine's,
I don't accept it.
I'm not quite sure how the second one's going to go. So first one's social deduction
Okay.
with card placement. I don't know if that's a thing or not.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe some dice rolling as well. So my number 2 is obviously Who Goes There.
Yeah.
A game I've not mentioned for a while. I don't own it anymore. I haven't played it for donkey's years. But there is one specific mechanic in this game that I absolutely love, and why it's so high on my list is the fact that most games like this always starts with someone being the bad person. That always starts off with someone is already a bad guy or infected or whatever it is in this. In this one, there isn't. Everyone is a team player straight off the bat. It's not until later on in the game where you have to do certain events, which will involve dice rolling. And if you fail that, certain things happen. Or there's certain parts in the game where you have to feed yourself or feed your other teammates. And there's another part where you have to bunk with them, because it's too cold out there. You need another person to body heat warm yourself.
Yeah.
If you fail any of those things, there is what they call a vulnerable deck, which is just a deck of 11 cards. 10 of them are blank, and one of them has an infection on it. It's not until that one card is placed on someone. So say, like, for example, James doesn't want to bunk with me. Fine. He's made that choice, so he takes a vulnerable card. Now, he only looks at that card, and he knows now from now on if he's infected or not. It could be nothing, but we never know. It's just the fact that paranoia kicks in as soon as that card is placed on the table. Like, do I want to eat with him now? Do I ever want to bunk with him? Do I want to go do events with him now? Hell no. He's vulnerable. Yep. But it's still, it's a 1 in 10 chance that it's blank.
Yep.
So that simplicity of that is when the SHID hits the fan. And that is when we need to like start reconsidering our game strategy, our game plan, and what's going to happen. And that's all it takes is that card going down. And then that's it. It's brilliant. It's simple, but it's so heavily themed for the game. It's representing.
So it's interesting that you brought up about that game. I'm surprised you have, but it leans nicely into one of my honourable.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's very, very close to making the list, which was Bristol 1350.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, which was... It sort of billed more as a racing game, but obviously it's not a racing game. It is a social deduction game.
Yep.
And that is where you are racing through the streets of Bristol in, ironically, the year 1350, where the plague is a big thing. At the start of the game, no one is ill, but you're in carts with other people. And then throughout the game, there's ways that you're sort of drawing new cards. And if you ever get over, I think it's 7.
Yeah, you get the plague.
You get the plague. And even though you're then going to continue playing the game, and you might go below 7, once you have the plague, you have the plague for the game. As soon as you get the plague, your objective is then give everyone else the plague. So you're, every time, it's mingling, isn't it?
Yes.
It's having a party in your little cart. But you kind of don't, we've James has mingled 3 times. The chances are he's got
I've gone above. I've gone above
now
7.
trying to jump into our thing under the guise of he doesn't trust the people he's in, but I don't trust James, so I'm going to poke his eyes out as he jumps in and hopefully knock him off the cart.
Yep.
But notice how the game changes just from that aspect.
Yep.
That simplicity of, he might not. I just love that.
It was almost an honourable mention from me, purely on the mechanic that you can push people out of your cart, which I do to Jason on the first turn, even when no one has the plague, because it's a smart move.
Yeah, and it's the same thing with...
Sorry, Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the game Feed the Kraken. If you get to a certain part of the map, your captain of the ship at the time can choose whether to throw someone off and feed them to the Kraken. But if you feed the wrong person, they've won the game. But it's just, again, such deduction is great. It gets me on edge so much, but that specific mechanic is always the one that I just love. Is a game changer for me.
And it's an interesting one because obviously Who Goes There's quite an old game.
It's very old, yeah.
So we've the 2 games we've mentioned have been quite recent. I mean, more recent than Who Goes There.
Yeah.
So Who Goes There definitely could lay claim to being one of the originators. I'm not
I don't know if that's the case, but yeah.
But they have obviously managed to make that mechanism or mechanic work within the game.
Yeah.
And they've made it work so well that other companies have come along and gone, that's actually really cool how that works. I kind of want to do something similar, but we need to obviously change it up a bit.
And the fact that they've actually made another The Thing game since then and not put that mechanic in, someone still starts off infected and that. So which I found very interesting. But again, it's just, it's unique to it for me.
Yeah. And it's something similar to, like, I want to say it was like Mansions of Madness as well, where no one starts.
Yes.
No one starts.
One's
or whatever, and then
they're a hidden cultist or something like that. Yeah.
But halfway through the game.
Unfathomable does that. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfathomable does it. There's quite a few games that do it.
There's loads now, yeah.
That's the thing. You say that there's just something about Who Goes There that just...
It just resonates with the theme straight away. Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a few social deduction games I would like. Another one of our friends raves about that I've never played is the Battlestar Galactica one. I think has a mechanic like that. It's basically that someone is a Cylon.
Yeah.
Which I'm desperate to play, but it's so freaking hard to get hold of that game.
Yeah.
But Unfathomable's the reprint of it, isn't it now? So yeah.
It is.
So yeah, my number 2, who goes there for social deduction, card placement, and dice
It's
rolling.
Another one of those I've never played.
Yep.
Was the theme that didn't appeal to me.
No,
that much,
it's
but
100%.
I was kind of upset when you did sell it because he does rave
Yeah.
about that. I would have liked to have played it, but
It'd been on the shelf for ages. It had to go at the
you
end of the
never
day.
know. It might become available for us to play again
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on to my number 1. And it's one of my favorite mechanics, whatever you want to call it, of all time. It comes in very different forms. A lot of games we've been playing recently include a variation of this mechanic. It is a drafting mechanic, and it is from what I would say is one of the most stunning and beautiful games I've ever played, which is Inish. So drafting within Inish, and we are talking about I guess it's a hidden draft, right? A bit more of a standard draft where players are dealt a deck of cards or dealt a hand, and you have to pick a card and pass it on, and you just keep doing this until you've got a hand of cards for that round. Again, there's nothing super special about the drafting in that game other than those cards are everything for that game.
They're your actions.
They are your actions in that game, much the same as most drafting games.
Yeah.
But I like this one because you have to seriously think about what you're doing, because you've also got to look at the board state, right? Because obviously Inish is an area control game. It's like, right, on this round, I really, really need to, I don't know, throw a party to stop people coming in and attacking me in my city. I need to be able to build more sanctuaries. But at the same time, in this first hand, I've got some attack cards or some defense cards. I kind of need them because I can see that Anthony's getting a bit big for his boots over there, and James has been all quiet for too long.
Having the last game we played, having a party in the mountains on his own, which I'm not inviting you to.
Exactly. You know, so I'm feeling like I kind of need to take these, but I really, really want that card because there's always that one card in every drafting game that's absolutely amazing, and you're an idiot if you don't take it, but you have to consider not taking it because it also nearly always ends up in your hand at the same time as the other cards that you need.
Yep.
And it's really, really frustrating. But anyway, really, really fun.
Is that the one where it's the rule of 6?
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I've only ever played this once.
And
always want to go back and play it.
The beauty of drafting, especially in Inish, is it creates constant player interaction because
Yes.
everything that you're drafting has some form of interaction with other players, whether it be you're moving into their area, whether it be you're throwing a party. Oh, I'm a bit wary about that. Whether it be you're attacking me, whether it be you're putting down a sanctuary. I'm not so sure I like that because that's one of the victory conditions. Everything in that game is player interaction. It's another thing about drafting is it's an amazing balance to players in the game.
Mm.
And that's in every drafting game, but especially in Inish.
Yep.
Because of that strategy that you've got to adopt.
And
It's an amazing balance.
it interacts so well with its victory condition. Like you said, the 6 is like build 6 sanctuaries, control 6 areas, or I can't remember what the third one is. Something to do with 6s. But the fact that the drafting, like, you have to attack someone if they're starting to control areas because what if they get 6 territories?
Yep.
They've won.
Yeah.
So at some point, you need all of those cards.
Yeah.
And like you said about balance, it's like you could be running away with the game, but one bad draft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And, you know, I really thought hard about my final sort of point here, which was that the drafting mechanic fits the theme. Because when I was looking at the different things, I was like, how do these things affect the different things that I value most about games? And theme is obviously one of the things I value most. So I always have to think, does a mechanic represent its theme well? And this one was tough because it's the closest a game has come to not being put on the list on the theme front. But when I really thought about it, is that Inish is about leadership. You are trying to be the Bren, right? The big boss in the area, right? And really, the drafting mechanic adds negotiation, to a degree, and that's what leadership is about: is being able to negotiate, being able to read the will of your people and things like that. And really, to me, the drafting and the theme on those cards is what represents that theme. Okay, now there's no negotiation in the game really, other than, James, I'm going to come in peace.
Yes, I kind of like that mechanic. It's like, I'm moving into your area, but I'm not attacking.
I'm not gonna fight you. I don't want to fight.
Because you don't have to accept that.
Exactly. But yeah, theme is probably the hardest one for me to tick on this box, for the drafting, but it makes Inish the game that it is. If you didn't have that drafting mechanism, it's just a dudes on a map game.
Yeah.
And
Do you reckon it could have had a different theme and it would have still worked then? Because it's like medieval islands.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, Celtic
or Celtic, something like that.
mythology,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you could probably change the theme, and
you reckon
the
it still work?
mechanic would work.
Yeah, I would
I
say
don't know if I would enjoy the theme so much, because half the beauty of that game is
the
the
artwork.
beauty.
Yes,
The artwork.
yeah.
But yeah, I would say you could change the theme and it would, at its heart, still work.
So yeah, it's, as I said, this is probably the most basic of mechanics that I've talked about today that's worked. But
sometimes
I
it's the
don't-
basics that work so well.
Exactly. I don't think Inish would be a game that would be all that great if it wasn't for the drafting mechanism. If you just had a hand that you drew every turn,
Yeah.
you then introduce a luck element into a dudes on the map game, never good. If you're doing, if you go on like a worker placement aspect, again, once you're blocked out of an area, you're done. Whereas in a drafting game, you are forced to make those strategic choices up front without knowing what everyone else is going to do, but having a rough idea of what they want to do. Drafting works. Inish is a good game. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, Inish,
Good pick, sir.
drafting.
Good pick. Again, one I love to play again. Only played it the once.
I really struggle because I like open drafting as well, which is obviously a very different type of drafting. But there's no games that I've played that have an open drafting mechanic that I would say stand above others. They're all very linear. They're all on the same level. So
Nice.
yeah, there you go. James, what is your number one, sir?
My number one is
5 for 5. Here we go.
Ark Nova's Action Tableau.
Okay, yeah.
For it's very much, as we've mentioned on a lot of games, the way it makes you strategically plan your turns. Because you have 5 actions under slots 1 to 5.
Yeah.
And they get progressively more powerful the
further
further up they are. I believe Animals is the only one that has a limitation, i.e. it can't be done in slot 1. I think it has to be in slot 2.
Yeah, it's been a while since we played it. Yeah,
So-
probably something like that.
So you're not locked. This is why I like the beauty of it. It's like you can spam an action, but it will be less powerful.
Yeah.
And there are certain areas of the board where it has to be up in one of the higher positions for you to want to be able to do something. So I was like, well, I want that, but its action card has to be in slot 4. It's currently in slot 2.
Yeah.
And they move by taking the action. They then slot out, go back to slot 1, and everything
everything else.
pushes up.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, I have to do this and this to get that action up to there, which means I have to plan my turns around taking those
Oh, yeah.
actions.
Oh yeah.
It's so beautifully simple. It's almost a variation of what we were saying about. It's almost a different form of worker placement. Is you're your actions are effectively your workers, and they get less powerful as you use them.
Yep. Yeah. And then they start resting and building
Would you
up their
say it's
power.
a certain hand management into that as well? Then?
I would say, yeah, it is because it's an open hand management.
Yeah,
isn't it,
absolutely.
really? Yeah. Because you are still trying to figure out where you want stuff. Whereas in a hand, you're sort of like, well, I want to use that now.
And it's the same hand, but it can be flipped over and be better, isn't it?
Yes,
Something
you
like
can,
that.
you can
Yeah.
upgrade the
Upgrade
actions.
them.
That's it.
Yeah. But yeah, just figuring out when you want to do the action. I guess action management as well.
Yeah. I mean, if you then add the expansion in, you get an element of drafting as well, because you draft those action
do.
cards because they're all slightly different.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which again takes a mechanic and improves that mechanic.
Yep. Yeah.
But
that
yeah,
adds in a little bit of asymmetry
Yeah.
to your game as well.
specifically for me, for this example though, it's the moving action tableau. Just makes that game to me.
No, that's a good shout. It's a
Very good shout.
Ark Nova did very much come very close to making my list for a multitude of its mechanics. I love that mechanic. I love the tea break mechanic where you sort of got that pressure of
Yes, because that's where you earn your
when the
money.
tea break activates, and then it's like, oh no, I needed to do that. And
Yep.
you're making me discard down cards that I need, and you've got that. Then you've got the mechanic that comes with the expansion.
Yeah.
With the waves that then wash out the
Yes, the mechanic
center
that again.
drafting area. You've got open drafting in that one.
Yeah.
There's so much in that game, so many different mechanics and mechanisms that are just so good. I found it so difficult to pinpoint which one
Yeah.
was the most important, which is why I tried to avoid Ark Nova.
Yeah, that one for me. That one makes that game.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah, I don't think there's ever a game I've played like that mechanic at all. It's so you say it's very unique to
Yeah,
Ark Nova itself.
I think there's a couple of games that have something similar. I know a lot of people talk about how different Terraforming Mars is with Ark Nova, i.e. not very different. But I'm not sure I agree with that statement. There's similarities, but not particularly what I would deem as similar.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. I agree with you, James. That's a very good choice. Anything else you want to say before?
Yeah, I mean, you said you found it hard to narrow down its mechanic. I'd say for me, it's that one because it is so strategic, and secondly, because it controls all the other mechanics effectively.
Yeah. I'm glad that that's one thing I would say is any game I've seen that has something similar to that is nearly all of them seem to have some form of player interaction built into them, where like as it gets more powerful, like your ability to become a douchebag also increases, which I'm not a fan of in games like that. I do like player interaction. I do like to take that element, but when you're you're already limited by what you can and can't do at certain times. I wouldn't want that.
I almost disagree in extremely complex games like Ark Nova, unless it is specifically a fighting style game where you almost expect combat to happen. It's too complex. Yeah, it takes you turns to plan your moves, and if there's an element of take that, that ruins the game. It's like if you spent 5 or 6 turns building up to something and someone goes ha, then that's not fun.
Yeah.
It's like take that either needs to be in a specifically designed combat game or a simple game.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like otherwise it's not fun.
Very, very nice, James. Any last bits you want to say about Ark Nova?
I'm ready to hear Ant's number 1.
Anthony, sir, take us home, sir.
Well, I'm not going to bother because I can't follow Inish or Ark Nova, so let's just end the show right there. I'm never going last again. Right, my number 1 is worker placement. You knew that was coming. Okay. I love your worker placement. I don't know what mechanic this will come under, but I'm just going to go with it anyway. My number 1 is the better Viking worker placement game for me anyway. My favorite, which is Champions of Midgard.
Oh, just see you say you can't follow it. I love that game.
Yeah. But I can't follow it from Raiders and North Sea. Anyway, why do I like this certain mechanic of the game? So is it the fact that I can put meeples on a village and beef up my Vikings? No. Is it because I can put my Vikings out to sea and deal with monsters? No. Is it because I can go and climb mountains and deal with giants? No. Is it because I can go to Valhalla and bring more powerful warriors to the board? No. One simple space on that board is what makes this a really great worker placement, and it is the troll space on that board. Why is it really good? Because this is the one where you can screw either yourself over or other players straight away. So basically, there is a troll that will appear every round on your village. If you deal with it, i.e. if you go kill it, you will get what is called a blame token, and you would take that token and you will give it to another player. Blame tokens are, of course, negative points of the game. Once they've got it, they have to keep it. You can't trade it. You can't get rid of it. There's no way out of it. You've got it. Or if no one deals with that troll that round, everyone gets a blame token. So that's minus points for not dealing with the troll. Yeah. But the beauty of it side of it is like if I see James, for example, is going to get 14 points for dealing with a monster overseas, I could then start dealing with trolls for the next couple of rounds, give them to him, and if he gets more than 5 troll blame tokens, that's minus 21 points at the end of the game. So it's that choice factor again with worker placements. It's like, do I do what I was planned to do, or do I be that guy and just deal with trolls and screw people over with a bunch of minus points to try and at least get me back up that track somehow? Mm-hmm. That soul space on that board is my favorite spot on there. I just love that idea of the simplicity of just like, handing out negative points to people. But also, wood is a very hard resource to get in that game.
Yes.
And one way to get wood is to deal with a troll. So again, I do that or not?
I take that mechanics in like worker placement games and things like that, because it is very much you get to see the kind of mentality of your gaming group. What was it we played the other day that had a take that mechanic, and we all treated it as no one's done it to me yet. So yeah, just it's there. Anyone can use it, but no one's gone for me, or no one has done it. Like no one's tried to block me off a space or something like that. No one is intentionally upsetting my game, so I'm not going to use it. But it's kind of there as a water. It's like, well, it's there. So if you start picking on me.
And there's the thing is, once someone starts doing it, then it's going to just keep going and going afterwards.
Yeah. But in Champions of Midgard, it would be like, okay, so I need wood or this resource, and you keep blocking me from it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now I'm going to start giving you blame tokens.
And there's also no guarantee you'll defeat the troll either. You can, like I said, you can take a certain amount of warriors with you, but you still might get defeated by him. So then you get the blame token. So regardless, it's trial and error, but
take that with an element of risk.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But again, that doesn't just... I don't have to do that. Jason might decide, well, do you know what? If he's giving me blame tokens, I'll start doing that as well. It's just open to be that person to be the first one to do it or not. That's why I love that game. That's why I love that So I'm not sure what it comes under as a mechanic, but I'm putting it under worker placement for that one.
That's fair. I can agree with that one. I can agree with that. It's a good choice as well. Very, very good game.
Yeah.
And quite a lot of the things in that game work exceptionally well. There's obviously just something there that stood out to you that as a fun.
In all fairness, I've only played Raiders of North Sea once, so if I play it again, I probably would really like it. But yeah.
Very nice, very nice. Some interesting choices there, gentlemen.
No clashes.
No clashes.
No clashes at all.
That's 15 games you need to try.
Exactly. Yes, a lot of cardboard that you need to go and either buy or find someone who already owns it to play these games. But was there anything there that you guys have heard that you maybe haven't tried that has made you want to try them?
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%.
Yeah. Any that stood out particularly to you, Ant?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the game though, so it doesn't really help. But it's one of those ones where it's got the wheel mechanics to it, and you can do it for so certain games like Terracotta Army have it, and there's another one I can't remember the name of it for me, but I love those sort of ideas. I've never actually played games like that, but I like the idea of it.
Yeah,
very much like Planet Unknown, but not quite to that extent of it. The late Susan, it's actually like a wheel on there that gives you resources and stuff. But then you're giving other players resources they might need and stuff. So very interesting.
Yeah, I think Ant would like. It's a shame he wasn't available when we played Age of Rome, because I think Ant would.
Oh yes,
love that
yes, I
game.
do want to play that. Yeah.
Very good game. But we know that Tom from Ball Stupid actually has that. So
Yes. Hopefully we can
actually play that game.
Yeah.
Which is great. So
Yeah, for me, was it Last Light?
Last Light.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right in my wheelhouse.
Well, yeah. If Arkanoid was your number one for that mechanic, then definitely that one would do it for Last Light.
You'll love that game. But yes, before we finish up, I do just want to mention, because of when this episode will drop, we are still in the middle of our first, I'd say, board game competition, where we're actually giving away a board game, and we're giving away this lovely thing here, which is, of course, popcorn. We've done giveaways before, but this is the first board game that we are giving away. So if you want to enter this, it is a YouTube competition, but there are extra entries that you can also put in through our Facebook and our Instagram. All the details are announced in the popcorn review video, which came out at the time this one comes out last week. And at the time this comes out, you've got 1 week left to enter that competition. So I will stick a thing in one of the corners, which will take you to that video. So go and check that out. Enter the competition. I'd really love to give this game away that I totally planned to do and didn't pre-order 2 of these by accident. So that's not why we're doing it. But, you know, I've got an extra copy. I want to give it away. So there you go.
And if you subscribe to the channel, we'll sign the shrink wrap so that when you want to play it, you can get rid of the names.
There you go. Well, apparently we're doing that now as well. I hadn't thought about that. Why not? Why not? But yes, it's really good to be doing an actual board game giveaway. And we've had
Absolutely.
a really good response to it so far. And I like the fact that it's not just a case of only people on YouTube can enter for it. I love the fact that no matter what platform you're on, you can get an entry to this. And I think if you do everything on every different platform, it's
Extra entry, isn't it?
It's like 8 different entries that you
There we
can
go.
get for this, so you can really increase your chances of getting the game. It's not a bad game. It's pretty good. It isn't the best game in the world. I'm the first to say that, but it's not a bad game
For a
at
freebie.
all, especially for a freebie. And I definitely recommend playing it. So there you go. There is that. Ant, would you like to do the other stuff? You know, the other call to action stuff?
I can. So that was 15 games you need to try. But if you have any other suggestions or recommendations, then please let us know by commenting below and letting us know. And obviously the other spiel, like, share, and of course, subscribe.
If you are not already. We still need to find something for James to do at this point, don't we, really?
I think you've actually provided a very good top 5. So that's his
thing.
That's his thing for this week, definitely.
I went first on a couple of other ones.
Yeah,
Almost gave you a heart attack.
Keep up the top 5s, mate. That was really good. I'm not going to lie.
Indeed. We'll do
Yeah,
some
not bad for writing them down like 2 minutes before we went on air.
That's it.
planning.
What's that?
Yeah, exactly. Right, so on that note, shall we bugger off ski and hopefully play a game
Let's do it.
before it gets too late? Till next time, I have been Jason.
I have been James.
And I've been Ant.
And you have been watching or listening to the Meeple Minded podcast. Join us next time for more tabletop gaming goodness. Ta-ta and goodbye.